The year is 2003. You're 8 years old and you just got home from beating everyone at school in Yu-Gi-Oh! Your dad took you to that awesome flea market that sold Chinese knockoffs of the Egyptian gods, but no one at school even noticed. You crush a Capri Sun and rip a fat line of guacamole Dorito dust, putting down your greasy GBASP and your copy of Pokemon Ruby. You look towards your pile of consoles. Out of the corner of your eye you spot it. Your Super Nintendo with a copy of SimCity still plugged in. You boot that shit up to a perfectly balanced and incredible SimCity in a league of its own. Enjoy that sweet, sweet music while a green-haired freak tries to tell you what to do. Push him aside, let him know you've got this, and start building. Simulation game. Yes, that is my segue. I got lost in the nostalgia of it and didn't really know how to transition, but here we are. I've been playing simulation games since I could play games. SimCity being one of the first games I ever played. I played several more after that, including SimCity 2000, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Prison Tycoon. I've played them all, man. Even The Sims, 1 through bustin' out through 4. On the other side of the long winding road we now call the simulation game genre, several stand above the rest. Primarily City Skylines, achieving heights like no other city builder. What about the other ones in the modern era? 2 Point Campus, 2 Point Hospital to name a few, and 2 Point Hospital would be the star of today's show as it were. I had the recent pleasure of playing that game and figured I could go ahead and make a review about it. Instead, I left the game with a sad taste in my mouth. Originally, I thought it was because of the career mode. I can't stand simulation games that have a career mode. Makes me feel weird. The strange thing is though, 2 Point Hospital's career mode actually grew on me. The premises in each hospital were interesting enough that it kept me engaged for a while. It's still not the best mechanic or system in simulation gaming, forcing someone to go through these hoops instead of doing a level progression for an overall hospital, something like how City Skylines took care of progression based on population. I think it was because this, in theory, is all a simulation game ever can and ever will be. A set of rules defined by the game, and a player pushing them to the max to hit as close to the tipping point without going over. So many games have different complex, chaotic formulas that revolve around complete unknown. First-person shooters, for example, are always an incalculable end result because the other person is the unknown. You can plan against them, but there will always be uncertainty, and that's what makes it engaging. Rust, Apex Legends, and more games like these will never stop being appealing, because even though they have a formula that has stood the test of time, it's the player engagement with others that keep it going. Simulation games are different. The only unknown is you, the player. So when you start up a simulation game, the games test you and tries to see what kind of player you really are. Are you a call me Kevin or let's game it out type of player? Are you going to just break the game in any way that you can? Or are you the type of player that plays like I do? I like to break a game in just the right way, see just how efficient I can make it, and get it as big as possible. And I've used the same strategy ever since I was a kid. I go super hard at the start, I just give it as much as it can take relentlessly.
Give it all to him.
Sometimes this doesn't work out. I end up bankrupting my town before it even starts. I'm serious when I say this though, it works almost 90% of the time. And the worst that happens is you may have to redo the first 30 minutes every once in a while. It's interesting to note also that all the simulation games essentially have the same basic formula. Investments, funds, people, animals, prison inmates, they're all just variables in a really simple formula that is yours for the take. Using simple manipulation, you can learn to turn it into anything that it's just up to you to give the game what it wants, complete the formula so you can keep expanding. With 2 Point Hospital, I think it was the most obvious to me. These games are getting visually complex over time, but they basically haven't changed since I was a kid. Maybe more mechanics, sure, but it's all the same variable. With 2 Point Hospital, the game just kept running me into situations where I was just able to create empire after empire. I would sit with 10 million surplus, not a care in the world. Every once in a while, fix some staffing if they drain the resources too much, and reorganize their tasks so they were specialized correctly. It's saddening how easy and monotonous it became. Maybe I'm the sad for not even making it to the time travel level. I only made it 4 or 5 hospitals in before I got bored and began thinking about this topic. When I was talking to my friend about this video idea, he even mentioned Goat Simulator as one that is just too easy, and I tend to agree. It seems like most simulation games are just overly easy at this point. I think I'm going to re-explore The Sims. It was such a large part of my past, and that's where most of my love for sim games started. I haven't been happy with the recent state of simoleons though. Sims 4 feels like a shell compared to Sims 3, so I think I'm going to travel back in time myself and play Sims 3 again. I've been craving that for some time. The Sims are a great example of making the simulation games branch out. It introduces a lot of these unknown variables like we were talking about before, in goofy and unexpected ways, so it's less predictable and formula-like. It's still there, but you have much more fun because of the less control you have. You can't control everything. That's what makes the experience enjoyable. I'm wondering if this is how everyone else feels, or is this just me? I'm wondering if this is all that's written for the simulation genre, or is there going to be a new boom in the future? I guess we can only wait and find out. As always, thank you everyone for watching, and if you like this video, make sure to simulate that subscribe button. Have a wonderful day.